a little bit closer.
What's up, you guys? So we are sitting here with the beautiful twin duo all the way from Canada, Tegan and Sara. Ladies, first of all, thank you so much for taking some time to sit with us and talk here. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on a festival like Urbanscapes. I mean, it's not just music, you know, we have art, performance art, we even have comedians. What are your views on this?
These are the types of festivals that we most enjoy, I think, because you get a much more eclectic audience. It's not just people who are there to see music.
You guys are part of what makes this lineup great. How's it feel to be a part of this lineup that we're having here?
It's really exciting for us when we get to go to new festivals, especially in parts of the world where we've never been before. So we're pretty excited. There's like a bunch of bands staying at the hotel. Everybody's been so nice. I've been like riding up and down in the elevators. Everybody's like, check out my band. And it feels a bit like summer camp. And it's actually really thrilling for us.
Just from your experiences so far performing out here, what do you think about the indie scene that's here in Asia and like the crowds that you have had so far? I know you were in Singapore recently.
We were in Singapore recently. It was surprising to us first of all, how much of the music everybody knew and how great the crowd was. I mean, the whole band, we were all like, I think that was our favorite show so far this year.
It was actually our favorite show.
Yeah. It was like about 2 years ago that we went to India for the first time, and it was funny because when we landed in the airport in Mumbai, the first people that came up to us were from Singapore, and they were like, you have to come to Singapore, and I was like, oh my God. So it's cool. It's great to finally be crossing some more new places off the list, and with our new record, Heartthrob, that was our goal, was to try to expand our musical horizons and reach more people by getting radio play and putting out a record that was more accessible, and that's been the biggest win, is that it's almost like every tour we're doing now, we're going to new places.
Don't beg, don't plead, don't beg, don't scream, don't whine, don't fight, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me.
How do you feel your sound has progressed since then?
During the early 2000s and sort of like when the Con was put out, for example, 2006, 2007, we were really embedded in the indie rock scene and very influenced by what was happening in music. Some of it was sort of a throwback to the late 90s, but we thought that it would be fun to sort of take our style and our idiosyncrasies and sort of mix that with a higher fidelity sound. I think that this record is a great evolutionary step. It doesn't necessarily have to be one forward. Maybe it's sideways, it's just in a different direction, you know, because I think our other records were good too.
Where do you think indie music plays a role in the situation now?
I think for me personally, I've always found indie music wasn't necessarily independent. Like indie music just maybe meant not as popular as whatever was happening in the mainstream. And I think that there's still some really incredible stuff happening in the underground, in the indie stream. But I think there's a little more flexibility, and I think there's a lot of crossing of genres right now, which is really neat, and I think this is only good. I think this is only a great thing for music, and I think musicians right now, like Sara said, who have versatility, but also on the musical side of things, are flourishing, and they're more successful.
Tegan and Sara, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
We
you guys.
Really appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Really great. You guys are awesome.